the quiet realization. Most people don't search for God loudly. They don't shout questions into the world or demand answers from the sky. They feel it quietly, in small moments, in pauses between thoughts, in that gentle feeling that whispers, "There is more to life than rushing." You may feel it when the day slows down, when the noise fades for just a moment, and your breath becomes softer. You may feel it when you watch the sky change colors, realizing that beauty exists, even when no one is watching. You may feel it when kindness touches your heart, when someone helps without being asked, or when you choose to do the right thing, and it brings peace, even if no one notices. That feeling is not imagination. It is awareness. It is the quiet knowing that life is meant to be lived, with purpose, with goodness, with meaning. That quiet awareness is the beginning of walking with God, not somewhere else, not in a perfect moment, not someday in the future, but right here, right now, in the ordinary moments of everyday life. And once you notice it, the walk has already begun. Chapter 1. Walking with God is a way of living. Walking with God is not about where you go. It is not about special places or perfect moments. It is about how you live, how you choose to show up each day. It is the awareness that goodness matters, even in small decisions. That kindness has power, even when it is quiet. That truth brings peace, even when it is not easy. When your actions come from love, when your choices are honest, when your heart stays gentle. In a world that often feels harsh, you are already walking with God. Faith is not something you carry in words. It is not something you explain or prove. It is something you express through life. It lives in how you treat people, in how you handle challenges, in how you remain kind, even when no one is watching. This is how the walk begins, not with perfection, but with intention. And each good choice you make becomes another step on that path. Chapter 2. God in ordinary moments. Many people think meaningful moments have to be big and unforgettable, but most of life is made of ordinary moments. Moments we often rush past. Walking with God means learning to notice these moments. Instead of escaping them, it's in the simple acts. Preparing a meal with care, listening fully when someone speaks, offering help without being asked. It's in choosing patience when irritation rises, and choosing understanding when judgment feels easier. These moments may seem small, but they shape the direction of your life. Every sincere action, every kind response, every honest intention keeps you connected to goodness and peace. God is not found only in extraordinary experiences. God is present in how you live the ordinary ones. And when you begin to see that, even the simplest day starts to feel meaningful. Chapter 3. Beginning the day with a gentle heart. The way you begin your day often shapes the way you live it. Many mornings start in a rush, thoughts racing, plans forming, worries already knocking. Walking with God begins when you choose a different start. Before the noise enters, before the demands take over, you pause, just for a moment. You take a breath. You become aware of being alive. You quietly set an intention to move through the day with goodness. This small pause changes everything. It softens your reactions. It steadies your thoughts. It reminds you that you don't have to carry everything at once. Beginning the day with awareness doesn't slow you down. It helps you move with clarity. And when your heart begins calmly, your steps naturally follow a more peaceful path. Chapter 4. Walking with God through work and responsibility. Much of our life is spent working, solving problems, and taking care of responsibilities. We wake up with tasks waiting, messages to answer, decisions to make. Some days feel productive, other days feel exhausting, and often we move through work without stopping to ask how it is shaping our inner life. Walking with God does not mean escaping these duties or wishing them away. It means bringing meaning into them. It means showing up and doing your best even when no one is watching, even when effort goes unnoticed, even when appreciation is rare. It means choosing honesty when shortcuts seem easier, choosing fairness when pressure pushes you to rush, choosing patience when stress begins to rise. It also means treating people with respect, regardless of their position or role, because every interaction is a chance to practice goodness. When your work is guided by goodness, it no longer feels empty or heavy. It becomes a form of contribution, a way of adding something positive to the world around you. You may not love every task. You may not feel inspired every day, but when you approach your work with sincerity and care, peace naturally follows. Walking with God at work also means remembering that your worth is not measured only by results or recognition. You are valuable because of how you show up, because of the effort you give, because of the honesty you bring. And slowly, over time, something begins to change. Work becomes less about pressure and more about purpose. Responsibility feels less like a burden and more like a chance to serve. Even ordinary workdays begin to carry meaning, and through steady effort, quiet integrity, and a good heart, you continue walking with God in the middle of everyday life. Chapter 5. Walking with God in relationships means choosing respect, forgiveness, and understanding, even when emotions feel strong. It means you speak with kindness, especially in moments of disagreement. You listen not just to respond, but to truly understand. You learn to set healthy boundaries, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. You protect your peace without closing your heart. Walking with God also means letting love guide your responses, not ego, not pride, not the need to win. There will be times when people disappoint you, when words hurt, when trust feels shaken. In those moments, you choose not to react from anger. You pause. You breathe. You decide how much of your heart you want to give to the moment. When your heart stays clean, your path stays clear. You don't carry resentment. You don't replay bitterness. You don't allow negativity to shape your actions. Goodness protects you more than anger ever could. And over time, relationships become less about conflict and more about growth. You begin to notice that peace within yourself creates peace around you. This is how you walk with God, through relationships, by choosing love where you can, wisdom where you must, and kindness always. Chapter 6. God in stillness and awareness. Stillness creates clarity. In a world that is always moving, always demanding attention, stillness becomes a quiet refuge. A few calm moments during the day can change the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you respond. When you slow down, you begin to reconnect with what truly matters. Walking with God in stillness does not require effort. It requires presence. You sit, you breathe, you allow your thoughts to settle naturally. Awareness keeps your mind calm, and your heart is balanced. Instead of being pulled by every worry or distraction, you remain centered. In stillness, you begin to feel guided, not through loud instructions, but through gentle clarity. In calmness, you feel supported, as if life itself is steady beneath your feet. You start noticing things you once rushed past: the rhythm of your breath, the quiet strength inside you, the sense of being held by something greater. Peace grows naturally when you slow down and stay present, not forced, not chased, but allowed. And as stillness becomes part of your day, your actions become wiser, your words become kinder, and your life begins to feel lighter. This is how you walk with God, through awareness, by choosing presence over pressure and calm over chaos. Chapter 7. Walking with God through kind actions. Good deeds are a form of faith in motion. They are not loud. They don't seek attention. They don't need recognition. They simply move from the heart into the world. Walking with God through kind actions means choosing goodness again and again in small, ordinary ways, helping someone without being asked, encouraging someone who feels unseen, choosing fairness when it would be easier to look the other way, doing the right thing, even when it goes unnoticed. Each of these moments may seem small, but they carry great meaning. Every kind action strengthens your connection to goodness and truth. It shapes your character. It softens your heart. Kindness also changes the atmosphere around you. It eases tension. It builds trust. It brings calm where there was heaviness. When you act with kindness, you don't just help others. You help yourself. Your mind feels lighter. Your heart feels clearer. Your path feels more peaceful. Where kindness flows, God's presence is felt, not as something distant or abstract, but as warmth, as connection, as the quiet knowing that goodness is alive through you. And as you continue to choose kind actions, day after day, your life becomes a reflection of the faith you carry within. Chapter 8. Trusting life's flow. Walking with God means trusting the flow of life. It means understanding that not everything needs to be forced, and not every moment needs control. Life moves in its own rhythm. When you learn to move with it, instead of against it, your heart becomes lighter. Trust begins with responsibility. You take care of your actions. You do what you can with sincerity and effort. And then you allow outcomes to unfold naturally. You learn to release worry before it settles too deeply. You remind yourself that overthinking does not create peace. Trust also means staying hopeful. Even when answers are not immediate, it means believing that progress is happening, even when it is quiet. Patience becomes a companion rather than a struggle. You stop rushing life. You stop comparing your journey. You allow growth to happen in its own time. Trust creates inner freedom. Freedom from constant anxiety. Freedom from unnecessary pressure. Freedom from fear of the unknown. As trust grows, you feel more supported, more grounded, more at ease. Walking with God through trust means moving forward with calm confidence, knowing that each step taken with goodness and care is leading you exactly where you need to be. Chapter 9. A peaceful and happy life. Peace does not come from having everything. It does not come from reaching every goal. owning more, or proving yourself to the world. True peace comes from living rightly, from knowing that your actions match the values you carry inside. When your life feels aligned, your heart feels lighter. Happiness begins to grow when you are honest with yourself, when you act with integrity, when you choose what feels right over what looks impressive. A life guided by goodness does not need to be loud or complicated. It finds beauty in simplicity, meaning in small moments, joy in quiet achievements. You begin to appreciate what you already have. You stop chasing approval. You stop measuring happiness by comparison. Instead, happiness becomes something gentle, a calm sense of contentment, a feeling of being at ease with who you are and where you are. Peace also comes from accepting life as it is while continuing to grow in the direction of goodness. When your heart is aligned with truth and kindness, life feels meaningful, even in its simplest form, and that quiet happiness stays with you no matter what life brings. Chapter 10. Walking Forward with Faith. Walking with God is a daily choice, not a decision made once, but a direction you return to again and again. Each day offers you a moment to choose how you will live, to live honestly, even when honesty feels uncomfortable, to act kindly, even when kindness feels unnoticed, to trust deeply, even when the future feels uncertain, to remain calm, even when life feels busy or demanding. These choices shape your path. Walking forward with faith means you don't wait for perfect conditions. You begin where you are, with what you have. You move one step at a time, guided by goodness rather than fear. Some days will feel steady. Other days may feel uncertain. Faith does not promise clarity every day, but it offers confidence that each sincere step matters. Every step taken with goodness is a step taken with God. And as you continue walking with patience, with humility, with trust, your life begins to feel grounded. You may not always know where the path leads, but you know how to walk it, and that is enough. The walk continues. You don't need to go anywhere special to walk with God. You don't need a new beginning or a different life. Every place becomes meaningful when your actions are good and your heart is sincere. The path beneath your feet, the one you are already on, is enough. As you continue your life, walk gently. Move through your days with awareness rather than rush, with patience rather than pressure, with care rather than fear. Walk truthfully. Let your words match your values. Let your actions reflect who you are inside. Let honesty guide your decisions, even when no one is watching. Walk with compassion. Be kind to others, but also to yourself. Allow mistakes. Allow growth. Allow healing to take its time. Compassion softens the journey and brings peace to the heart. There will be days when the path feels clear and days when it feels uncertain. On both kinds of days, remember this: wherever goodness leads you, God walks with you. In every sincere effort, in every quiet choice, in every moment you choose, love over anger, truth over fear, and calm over chaos. Take a calm breath now. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your heart steady. Your path is meaningful. Your steps matter, and the walk continues, one gentle step at a time.